Well, it's been ages since we had a good sea monster story to share with you, but check out this video shot by a British tourist in Scotland. Could it be last proof of the infamous Loch Ness Monster? Well, there have been thousands of reported sightings of the Loch Ness Monster, but no real proof yet. Will this tape settle the question? With me now to bring Nessie out in the open, Loren Coleman, a cryptozoologist, which means he studies creatures that might not exist, and author of the Field Guide to Lake Monsters, Sea Serpents, and Other Mystery Denizens of the Deep. Also, Nickell, columnist for the Skeptical Inquirer magazine and author of Lake Monster Mysteries. Good to have both of you with us. So, Loren, a lot of believers out there are saying this is it, and the video proves it. So what do you see when you look at these pictures?
Well, I definitely see an animate object under the water. It seems to look like something that's bobbing up, and then this head comes out, a long neck. But I have to say, we still don't definitively know what it is. There's many possibilities. We also don't know exactly how long it is, and so it's still an open question.
So you're not inclined to believe it is the Loch Ness Monster as much as some believers out there would like to believe?
Well, belief has a lot to do with religion. I'm really open to investigating it, to listening to this man, Mr. Holmes, and to further analyze it through computer enhancements. But right now, it's not definitive proof of Nessie until we have a body, but it certainly raises a lot of questions and is quite exciting.
So, Joe, you aren't so impressed with these pictures, are you? Tell us why.
No, Paula, I'm underwhelmed. If you took this video and looked at it out of the context of Loch Ness, you'd say it looks like a beaver or an otter. You wouldn't be impressed with it at all. And in fact, the large European otter, Lutra lutra, is in the loch and is responsible for many sightings. Look, you have to have a breeding population of an animal to continue to perpetuate it over the centuries. And if you have that, eventually a carcass or a skeleton will show up. We have none. And the BBC examined with sonar from one end of the lake to the other and side to side in 2003 and saw no large creature. So at some point we have to be skeptical.
Well, Loren is shaking his head no, and I know you said there's still a lot of questions raised by the images, but certainly these pictures, are they not more convincing than ones we've seen in the past? Loren?
Well, I think they're more convincing. I think they're compelling. And also, Joe knows very well that it's 6 miles to the ocean, that these animals have been seen on land and crossing land. If we're talking about a breeding population, they could be breeding in the oceans, and it's not necessarily a landlocked prehistoric monster like the straw man arguments want to give us.
Yes, true, but you know, before we conjure up such an elaborate explanation of them breeding outside and then swimming up the River Ness and getting into the loch and then leaving again, before we do all that, we need to have some evidence that there is something to explain. And so far, the otters, in fact, some of the best sightings around the world of lake monsters are probably otters swimming in a line, creating this illusion of a large, maybe 70-foot long undulating creature. They're just these cute little critters that we all love, and they're impersonating.
Well, as the debate
monster
rages on, gentlemen, I guess I was relieved at least to see some pictures, having lived over there and gone 29 days in a row at sunrise to check out the Loch Ness Monster. That was the first time I saw images of any sea monster or sea otters or whatever the heck they are. Loren Coleman, Nickell, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.